What's up, guys? Welcome to Tennessee Mountain Homestead. It's a special day out here because BUCK-50 is in its final form and ready for paint. That's exactly what we're gonna do this weekend. Tear it down to the last nut and bolt, paint the frame and the body. We're gonna give it a special new look with some fresh new decals that will distinguish this thing from the 214. The first thing to come out is the battery because we don't want to have any accidental. Besides that, once this thing's painted and all put back together, then I'll do the permanent wiring harness. The frame's all broken down to the last nut and bolt, and now we're going to degrease everything, pressure wash it, and then lightly sand the body panels, get ready for paint. What's up, guys? Next day, and everything has been cleaned and degreased. As you saw yesterday, it's had plenty of time to dry out in the sun. And what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna start working on the frame with this Rust-Oleum. It's a gloss black oil-based paint, and I'm going to brush and roll it on this frame. And I want it to be thick because this stuff is super tough. While I'm working on the frame and getting all that painted, Stefan is out in the driveway, and he's gonna start roughing up the surface on all the body panels. I've got a lot of experience with this stuff, this Rust-Oleum brush-on paint. I painted the roof of the chicken coop with this stuff. It's hunter green I used out there on the roof, and that was like 5-6 years ago. It's still on there. Let's put it that way. So I also use the hunter green for all the trim of all the new stuff I paint around here. So if the structure is white, I'll paint that with an exterior latex. And then I use the hunter green Rust-Oleum to paint the trim, and it holds up exceptionally well. It's unreal, actually, how tough this stuff really is. So that's why the frame's getting this treatment. Ethan was just perusing the tractor forum, the all-terrain lawn tractor forum, and he informed me, he noticed on the bottom for the birthdays, today is Creepy Crawler, Tom's birthday. Happy birthday, Tom. What you're gonna wanna do when you paint things is just have total concentration. You have to be always looking at the workpiece and make sure you don't get any runs. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have runs, it doesn't look good. And around here at Tennessee Mountain Homestead, we take utmost pride in our work, and we make sure that our paint jobs are absolutely pristine. No runs, remember. And if you do get one, just immediately take your finger and swipe it, and then gloss over it again real quick. And that usually will fix any run, any and all runs, especially on high-end paint jobs, such as this. Remember, Tennessee Mountain rule number 2 for painting is that once you paint the workpiece, you gotta make sure it's still wet and then handle it as much as possible. It work hardens the piece, makes it resistant to future scratches and such. Yeah, guys, I just can't figure out why I'm having such a hard time making one of these John Deeres into a lightweight tractor. You know, it's only 1/4-inch plate steel. I mean, it's not even that big of a deal. It's hard to beat these old wide body seats. Where did this come from? A Murray GT?
No, a Murray wide body.
The tallback?
Yeah.
They had both, or?
It came on the big ones with the ugly square hoods.
Oh. After 4 cans of Phantom Gray and a whole quart of Rust-Oleum Black, we got all the stuff caked on these body panels. Stefan did a pretty good job on the hood, the center console, the fenders, and the front grille pieces over there. I'll show you that in a minute. But that's the final color. We're gonna let this dry for a couple days, and then we may give it a light sand and another coat. Not sure yet. Or we just might let it dry completely and do a clear coat or some of that Poppy's patina. I've been trying to get a can of that for a while. I think I'm gonna do it. And we're gonna cake it on blackout, this tractor and the wheel horse. But check this out over here. So this here's the frame. It looks a ton better, just all one color like that. And yeah, don't mind those little runs right there. We'll scrape those off later with a razor. I got the back panel here where the transmission rides, my trailer hitch. The seat is down there. I did my grill yesterday and it's all bent up from years of service and getting smashed, but it'll be fine. And then once this dries, I'm gonna make that little deer in the center. I'm gonna color him the color of the body. And then over here on our industrial strength clothesline, we got the running boards, the gear selector, the front bumper, nice and thick like. We got the battery tray right here, the steering shaft, the other running board, and then the grill pieces over here. But that's gonna do it for the video, guys. That was a ton of work. And next weekend, if we're done painting by then, if we're not still letting stuff cure, we're gonna go ahead and put the tractor back together. And the next time you see this thing, it'll be 100% ready to go. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to go by atltf.com. Check out all these builds. There's plenty of other guys on there in the competition this year doing some really cool stuff. Once again, I'm Jason. You're watching Tennessee Mountain Homestead, and I'll see you on the next one.